What's up everybody, my name is Bobby and today we're going to be taking a look at this guy, the Nomad Leather Skin for the iPhone 13. So I have my iPhone 13 right here. I have mine, it's the 13 Pro Max and it's in the silver color, the silver and white. And basically the day that it was announced, I went ahead and ordered this guy. I've never had one of their skins before. I've used their cases multiple times in the past. And honestly, I'm a really big fan of how the leather on the Nomad cases ages over time. It's definitely one of their selling points that they really like to kind of highlight as a great feature. It shows you kind of what it looks like on day one and then what you should expect it to look like by day 100. And honestly, it's definitely some of the better quality leather that I've seen as far as like aging over time goes for iPhone products. When I saw that Nomad released the skins, it was maybe like a month before the 13 was announced, and so I didn't really see a purpose in picking one up for my 12 Pro, just because I was planning on getting a new iPhone anyway. So now I'm really excited to be able to finally take a look at it. And this should basically kind of, I guess the main appeal of it is it's not so much like actual protection. I mean, maybe it's like scratch protection on the back of the phone, but it's more so just, I guess, as like an aesthetic thing, but it also lets you kind of show off those side rails and really kind of maintain the form factor of the iPhone, which a lot of people really like and enjoy. Now, when I opened up the package that this came in, Nomad was also nice enough to include some of their leather conditioner, which is always nice too, to just kind of jumpstart the aging process of it and to just keep it from cracking and just, you know, good shape in general. But similar to like other Nomad packaging, it's got this little pull tab up at the top, along with an instruction guide on how to install. Go ahead and pull this guy out. So yeah, since it is just a skin, not a lot to it, but it does have this like how to install kind of kit with a QR code. I do think I'm gonna watch that since they only give you one. So, you know, prefer to have that not be messed up. But yeah, right off the bat, it feels super good condition. It feels like their cases do. Let me do a little smell test. It does have that leather smell. I'm also smelling kind of like the 3M sticker kind of smell too though, so I'll have to try it again once it's not on the little sticker. But I'm gonna go ahead and watch this video real quick, and then I'll jump right back into it and we can go ahead and put this guy on. Okay, so I'm back. I went ahead and watched the installation guide, and it honestly seems pretty similar to other skins that I've installed on things. Like I had a skin for my Switch, and the installation process seemed very similar. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is take a microfiber and make sure you get off any kind of residual dust. Now since this is a skin and not like a screen protector, I guess it's not like super important that literally every microscopic, you know, piece of fuzz is out of the way, considering this isn't clear and you're not going to see anything through it even if there is. But I guess for like adhesion purposes, you're going to want to make sure it's definitely wiped down. One thing to note, they did not include any sort of microfiber, so if you don't have one, that is kind of a shame. I'd probably just use like some sort of cloth if you have one. But yeah, that is something to note. It doesn't include that piece of it. So hopefully I can do this on camera with my camera in front of me and not mess it up. So the first thing that they tell you to do is go ahead and peel the leather skin off, and then take it and kind of re-adhere the bottom half of it onto the part that you just peeled it off from. And then from there, you're going to want to go ahead and line it up on the camera bump in the top of your phone. This is so hard to see. Okay, I think that's good. Looks pretty good to me. Okay, so now it tells you to kind of press down and just like seal the actual skin kind of around the camera bump, just to kind of give it some pressure. And then you can go ahead and start to kind of let that slide back down before I go ahead and press it down. So I'm kind of like running, it didn't tell me to do this, but I'm like running my finger along the edge to hopefully try to like seal it down a little bit better, and to make sure like I didn't like have it overlapping or something to where it'll get caught on something. But yeah, ooh, I can feel this air bubble in there. You'll kind of be able to like feel any sort of air bubble underneath it. See that? It's already like from the pressure, you can see how the leather will kind of scar. Interesting. It seems like the camera cutout, it's definitely good, but I feel like it lines up over the edge a little bit. Like it's not fully flush with the bottom or the base of the little camera cutout. But yeah, overall that looks pretty slick. You get the leather back, the silver edges. Man, I like that. That feels really good. Now I'll do the smell test again. Yeah, definitely smells good. It's not like the best leather smell I've ever smelled, but still really good. Okay, so that looks good. Now, I'm gonna try something that I feel like people might want to know that might be really stupid of me, to be honest, as far as potentially ruining it. But one potential thing that I could see is like in certain scenarios, I may want to throw a case on it just in case, no pun intended, but to like, you know, give it that kind of more bumper protection. So I'm gonna try to put this case with the actual skin on inside the phone, see if all the MagSafe stuff still works, and I'll also MagSafe test the actual little spot on the back too to see if this interferes with it. I highly doubt it will, but I just, you know, just for checking sake, I'll go ahead and do that. So as far as putting this in a case, let's see. Okay, so that is definitely a way snugger fit. You can definitely feel the difference. Seems to be alright, all the buttons are working. Okay, now let's take it out of the case and hope I didn't fuck it up. Okay, so at least as far as throwing the case on and then taking it off, it doesn't look like I messed it up at all. So it seems to be okay. One thing I could see as well is that if you had a case on it and you have it in your pocket all day, I could see the heat generated from all of that potentially screwing it up. Now, as for the MagSafe capabilities, I have here the Apple MagSafe battery. No issue there. Seems to be connected perfectly fine. Light shakes don't seem to make it slide off or anything like that. Alright, well, I mean, so far it's looking pretty good. So, in conclusion, I think this thing looks awesome. I'm a big fan of the brown leather. I definitely recommend you check it out. As for how well it ages compared to the actual cases from Nomad, that you'll have to check back in for. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel because I will be having this on my phone for as long, you know, as long as I want it to, but for a good amount of time. And I will definitely check back in and do kind of like a side-to-side comparison type thing, showing off how the leather's darkened over time and just kind of how that whole thing works in a skin form. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Make sure you leave a comment down below if there's anything that I missed or that you're curious about knowing in regards to the actual skin or any of my other content. I do post new videos every week and I have a bunch of iPhone 13 coverage, so if you're interested in that, the link to that playlist will be down below. But overall, thank you guys for watching and I appreciate you guys checking out my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.